Hello, rock stars. So we've got this divine woman who's going through soul to soul right now. She wanted to do this a year ago, but she had so many trust issues. And at the time, I was actually about to go in and give birth to my daughter. And she was like, well, I'll wait till you're back taking the program. Anyway, it had been a year since she really needed this work. Anyway, she's finally in the program, which is fantastic. But one of the things she keeps doing is trying to observe the process, and it just doesn't work. And so me and my coaches are just like, listen, sister, this is life-changing work, but you got to get out of your head, because so many women that come to me are massively cerebral, right? Trying to date from here. And her questions are around, how will I know when I'm with my soulmate? Like, how will I know I can trust him? I'm like, it's not about the soulmate. It's about you. So this is my message to those of you that are struggling when it comes to love, that have major trust issues, major bodyguards over your heart. I've got a news flash for you. It's about you learning how to come home to yourself and how to actually be you. That's not simple. If it was, you wouldn't be in this community and you wouldn't be having any issues when it comes to relationships, okay? To actually fully embody who we are, to take up space, to be unapologetic, to be self-expressed, to ask for what we want, and also have enough deservability to expect that we will absolutely have our desires met. That is an empowered woman. That is a queen, right? It's that unapologetic energy. So if you're one of those people right now that are thinking, well, I just need to update my profile, or I just need to change my picture on the apps, or maybe I'm not on the right apps, I can tell you right now, it's none of that. If that's what you're kind of thinking is the concern, I'm promising you right now, it's not that. And the reason I'm so certain on that is because you're out of alignment and you're doing this in life. Like, let me show you this version of me and this version of me and this version of me. And this is why you're attracting in men that aren't showing up for you, men that aren't truly valuing you, that aren't truly prioritizing you. And it gets tiring, doesn't it? It gets really exhausting when you're like, which hat should I wear today? It's fucking exhausting not being who you were born to be. It takes a lot of energy having to pretend, having to put on this facade, having to play sexy or play I'm not too high maintenance or whatever the fuck it is. I used to play all of those and it never served me. It had me attract in men that could not show up for me because I wasn't showing up for me. I didn't know how to prioritize myself. I didn't know how to speak up. I wasn't inner confident, right? I was outwardly confident. I wasn't inwardly confident. And that would show up in all my relationships. It certainly showed up in the bedroom as well. I'm a highly sexual goddess, like so many of you, right? But I was like, oh my gosh, like I didn't feel safe letting men be really intimate with me, like really letting them in. And so I'd be like drinking the champagnes and the wines and just really like kind of putting up this guard. That's not an intimate soulmate relationship. That's just going through the motions. Anyone can have sex. Anyone can have a relationship. What this community is about getting into a creme de la creme, high frequency, high vibrational relationship where you feel deeply held and supported, where you feel seen, where you feel prioritized, where you know that the person you've attracted in is going to fucking be there when you're crying a river. And they're going to be getting the tissues. And if you're vomiting because you're sick, and they're going to be holding your hair back, when you get some bad news, they're going to be there for you instead of being out the door or, sorry, babe, I'm out with my mates. Like, no. This is a different stratosphere of relationships. And this is why you're in this community, because your heart brought you here, because that's what I speak to in my masterclass. And that is what you deserve. Nothing fucking less than that. And what that is queen embodiment. But right now, most of you in here are leading with your little girl. She has deep abandonment wounds. She does not know who she fucking is. She's playing all these different roles, people pleasing her head off, overcompensating, overgiving, not in your sensuality, making excuses for the man. Oh, well, I don't want to inconvenience him, or that's just who he is. Fuck that off. All right? It's not who you are. And it's time for you to get real and realize that stop dating. It's what you're attracting in right now is a reflection of the way that you're showing up for yourself. So if you're attracting in dropkicks who are not prioritizing you, you are being a dropkick to yourself, and you haven't yet invested in yourself or taken yourself seriously to go, I want the best of the best. I'm ready to change my life. I'm ready to step up. I'm ready to get what I fucking want. I'm ready to shine my light. I'm ready to be unapologetically me, to say, look out world, because here I come. You know that song, This Is Me, from the soundtrack of, my soundtrack of Awesome, from The World's Greatest Showman? That is the embodiment of what I'm talking about. Look out, because here I come. Right? It's like that. I can't sing very loudly because my daughter's going to sleep. But I would belt that shit out. So, to close out this message, stop looking for love in all the wrong places and deal with your shit. The sooner, the better. You are being gifted this time right now during COVID to get real with yourself, to cough up the furballs of shame and resentment and anger and toxic rage that you keep pretending isn't there. And it's toxic as fuck, and it is causing dis-ease in your body right now. The sleeping issues that many of you are having, the headaches, the upset tummy, the not being able to get out of bed, the depression, the anxiety, the numbing via alcohol, food, staying in bed, numbing yourself with Netflix, whatever it is for you personally. You're not going to be all of those things, but I'm just covering, a wide range. Autoimmune disorders, you name it right now. Everything is on steroids. Fear is through the roof. Scarcity is through the roof. There has never been a more important time for you to value yourself and love yourself enough to get the fucking support that you deserve. Yes, this is a high-end program, but it's fucking cheap because this is your life. And if you're not fighting for yourself and doing whatever it's going to take, then you're not trying hard enough. And you are going to have regret, and you will miss out on your dream. You will miss out on being a mum, and you'll be fucking pissed off and deeply sad for those of you that want to be a mum. For me, if I missed out on that, I would be fucking devastated. Like, that was a non-negotiable for me. And for those of you that don't want to be a mum, or you're already a mum, then what kind of mum are you being is my question to you if you're already a mum. And for those of you that don't want to be a mum, stop acting like getting love in your life is not fucking urgent. Mental health has never been more on the line right now. And just saying, well, I'd just be lonely. Oh, you're fucking lonely right now. Oh, I just start withdrawing. You're withdrawing right now. You're in denial. It's called denial. And the reason I'm so passionate is because I want to wake those of you up that are acting like it's no fucking big deal. This is your life. And you have to fight for yourself because no one else is going to do it. I wish I had someone with a megaphone in my ear yelling these words at me when I was too busy numbing the fuck out of myself with alcohol and pretending that a vision board was going to cut it. Fucking vision board and saying affirmations over and over again didn't do jack shit. Because I wasn't doing the inner work. I wasn't dealing with my shadow self. I wasn't dealing with the disconnection to my heart and to my passion and to my fucking soul's mission. So what good is a vision board or some affirmations when you're not doing the deep work? They are a waste of time. It's just you kidding yourself. Well, I'm doing the work. I'm reading a book. I'm watching a workshop. No, that's not fucking enough. It's not going to clear 30 years of conditioning. So I've spent over a decade of investing in myself, over $500,000, I'd say, at the very least. And I'm proud of that. You don't have to spend that. But I have condensed the work. It is deep as fuck, the work that I teach. That is why we get radical breakthroughs in just 8 weeks. You want to change your life? You want to step up? Let's talk, let's rock. Now is the time. And it starts with a decision. It starts with you putting a stake in the ground and saying, I choose me. I'll do whatever it takes because I don't want to go one more day fucking living in this misery. I don't want to live one day complaining about my life. Life is too fucking precious. Stop complaining and start taking action because you're a goddess. You're a fucking queen. That's who you really are. And it's time to stop letting the little girl run your life and to put your fucking crown on, get the support that you deserve and attract in your soulmate because that's the one thing that we all can agree on. I know that's why you're here, that love is the highest currency. There is nothing more valuable. You can't put a price on what it's like to receive love. You just can't. I went many years without it. And now having it in my life, it is the number one thing that I am most proud of in my entire life, is the relationship that I've attracted in and the life that I'm creating consciously every single day. It brings tears to my eyes. It is deliberate creation. Am I perfect? Fuck no. Look at me. I'm sitting here with no makeup on, my bra hanging out. I am not fucking perfect. It doesn't exist. And I don't try to be perfect. My clients know that. What you see is what you get, right? But this mama over here takes risks. I live my life. I look at myself every day and go, am I on purpose? Am I honestly, is there anything I would rather be doing? Do I wake up every day and bounce out of bed and be like, oh my God, everything's amazing? No, I do not. Just like you. But I've got my mindset work dialed in. I've got the tools that I teach, that I give to my women that I work with, and those tools are for life. And you can get through anything. Once you get support, once you have community, and once you get to go through such a deep process like soul to soul, well, you come out the other side a different fucking human being. Those testimonials speak for themselves. They are no joke. I have had women that have worked with me that wanted to take their life. How much worse can it get? And they came and fought for themselves on their last legs and were like, if this doesn't work, then I don't know what, but I need to do something. So wherever you're sitting on the spectrum, this is life-changing work. It's not just changing lives, it's saving lives. And I am calling forth the women in here, those of you right now that know that you've been sitting on the fence with all your bullshit and all your excuses and all your scarcity. There is fucking abundance in this planet. And right now, if you want to do this, then figure out a fucking way. Get on a call and let's get you soaring. Mwah.